Welcome to the video. In this video I want to take a look at these things here. These are the new Quanum Elite QE66 video transmitters. They're available in 25 milliwatts, 200 and 600 as well, and they have a couple of cool little features over the ones that we've been using so far. Now we're quite a fan of the Elites here. They seem to work really well, and there's been a couple of instances on models where some of the other brands of video transmitters have really struggled. It tends to be with quite noisy power supplies. And these things seem to work really well. So I'm excited that there's a new lot about that also has a little feature that I've been after for a while. So if we jump onto the Hobby King website, these are the ones that we've been using historically. Things like the Quanum Q58-1, that was the one with the flying lead. That is really handy, and we've used that in a model where there just wasn't any space at the back to put a video transmitter. We actually used it in our quadcopter building for Beginners Series 1. It was the only thing that would fit. It's very cheap now, less than 15 quid. But it's a really nice video transmitter and does a great job. The really cool thing I like about these is that they supply a nice clean 5 volts for every camera, so rather than you have to mess about trying to find auxiliary voltages to run camera equipment, it's kind of taken care of all inside the video transmitter. We've also used these things here, which is kind of the predecessor of this one that's out there. Again, huge fans of these. We've used them in loads of different places. These are the QE58-2, still around. Again, have all of the goodness where they'll run from anything from 7 to 20 volts, also provide the 5 volts out for the camera. And then we had the ones that came in a case, and we popped them in a couple of vehicles. We did it in the KISS series, and we also popped one underneath one of the larger drones that we did back in the summer too. These new QE66s are available in 2 versions, one with the straight connectors and one with angle connectors, and I'm impressed that they're actually only 16 quid, just because the ones that I would be using before, the Elite QE58s, and in our quick testing that we've been doing with these new ones, they do everything that the QE58 does with one extra little trick up its sleeve. So there are 2 features on here that I really like the idea of, and those are listed down below. The first is that it has a microphone on it. So if we go back to the bench, you can see there that that little thing just by the side of where the connector is actually a little microphone. Again, for those of you that are flying multi-rotors, I probably wouldn't recommend plugging earbuds in, because all it'll just sound like is somebody has thrown a bag of rocks in a washing machine. But if you're flying fixed wing and those kind of things, having a microphone that can pick up the wind noise, that is great to kind of help you figure out the speed that you're actually traveling at when you're at altitude. But the real cool thing I love about this is that when you fire up the video transmitter, it actually turns on in idle mode, and then you have to push the button to enable it. So for those of us that are carting equipment around and that maybe the antenna is off and has to be installed before you turn it on, for that 1 in 100 times where the antenna isn't properly connected and you fire it up and you're then panicking, worrying whether or not you've just fried all your transmission electronics, these things don't automatically power up. They power up in the idle mode and you have to press the button to turn them on. I think that is a fantastic idea, and that, along with the microphone, makes these the ones I'm going to be using from now on. Plus, of course, they are actually cheaper than my favourites up to now. Thank you for taking the time to watch that video. There are lots of other videos on the channel, and they're carefully ordered into playlists, so you may find that there are other videos on this same subject that you can go and watch. So I would recommend going into the playlist area of Painless 360 YouTube channel and looking around and seeing what there is. You never know what you might find. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and happy flying.